Hi, I'm Angel, and I'm going to do just a little bit of upper body stretching. Probably no strengthening, I did that earlier. But in any case, I'm mostly just here to take a few deep breaths and let go of some stress, part of my fit and free routine. And I welcome you to join me to whatever degree you feel like it. And mostly want to encourage you to check in with yourself, take a couple deep breaths, give you permission. I give you permission, and I hope you give yourself permission to enjoy a heavy sigh or two or three. I like to go in sets of three, so let's start off with that. 3 heavy sighs. I encourage you to mix it up, and I give you permission to make some noise. Just try out 3 different ones. See how they feel in your body. Shake some stress out with that. And one more. I'm remembering that it's good to get some shoulder shrugs in there. Let's do a few of those separate from the size now. Let's do 3 shoulder shrugs though. I'm just gonna breathe in, tense those up, and then just drop the shoulders, shake those off. Let's do another couple of those, breathing in. Shake that out. I don't know if you heard that big pop in there. Got a lot of tension that builds up in there, so it's good that I'm remembering to do this. Good on us. Let's do one more. Deep breath in, holding and shrugging. Let's pull up the fists and like crunching my toes, pulling up in the pelvic floor and holding. Bringing in a little bit more, and then just shaking all that out, letting the hands shake it off, swing, shake out the legs a little bit. You can see I'm shaking them out. There's not one way, there's not a right way or a wrong way to shake off some stress. There are better ways and worse ways. I encourage you to explore those for yourself. We're all unique and different. Isn't that a beautiful thing? I think it's amazing. Anyway, let's do a little more. Just a routine arm stretching. I like to bring the arm across the body. I'm kind of hanging it on the opposite arm so I can try to relax this arm that's doing the stretching, called a passive stretch. An active stretch would be like if I'm using the arm, the muscles themselves to stretch. And a passive stretch is where you're trying to relax that arm. And you're using either, like as a massage therapist, I used to do a lot of that stretching for other people, but you can kind of simulate some of this. So I'm trying not to engage the muscles of this arm and just trying to relax them in a stretched position. And then now I'm going to engage those a little bit and do some of this rotating in the stretch position. So I'm using this arm to hold, and as you can probably see, I'm kind of moving that around. I'm just following the body. You can hear some ka-chunks in there maybe. Ouch. I'm going to try not to overdo those. I'm just loosening things up, exploring, listening, seeing where there's tension. You can bring that across the body just in a less fluid motion, and just kind of change up the angle, see what kind of stretch you get, how that feels. I'm going to bring that hand behind, kind of grabbing on here to give a little extra stretch. A little twist through the spine. Give another sigh. Shake that out a little bit. Just let the arms swing. And then I'm going to bring this other arm across and do kind of a similar same thing. Holding up the right arm with the left hand. And just trying to relax that. And giving that some time. Kind of moving it around. Kind of increasing that tension. And starting to play with where that is, feeling in places where it feels good and places where it feels a little more painful. And I'm just playing with all of that, noticing, paying attention, and trying to give it all a good stretch. And again, trying to relax that arm as much as possible and use this supporting arm to move it around. And then I'm going to use the shoulder itself to do some shoulder circles while still supporting with this other hand, trying to keep it sort of relaxed and using it to stretch at the same time. Again, there's not one right way, one wrong way. There's better ways and worse ways. And I encourage you to explore that a little for yourself. Do a little more kind of pulling that arm this way because that feels good. I encourage you to listen to your own body, see what feels good. Give yourself a little more of that. I'm going to bring this arm back and around, and again, kind of hanging on to just my pants or my shirt or anywhere in there just to give it a little extra torque. And then a little twist, leaving my feet planted on the ground facing forward and getting a nice twist through the torso, through the shoulders. That feels good to me. I'm just kind of enjoying it. And then I'm going to unwind all that. And again, let's give it a nice sigh and swing the arms. Let's do a little work on the neck. I haven't been doing that. I'm going to take a moment just to root myself into the center of the earth, bringing my attention into the bottoms of my feet for a few breaths. And then just bringing the chin down toward the chest very gently, just a nice gentle passive stretch. Again, just letting the body relax, not using muscles. I'm use my hands here to kind of rub the neck gently and encourage it to just relax. Maybe give a nice little scalp massage there because that feels good. Come down with a little more rubbing. Squeeze on the shoulders. And then bring the neck back up. I'm going to keep working on these traps just a little because I got some real knots in there. And then I'm going to bring the neck stretch the other way, lifting the chin up toward the sky. So I'm not trying to crank the head back so much as I'm trying to lift the chin. So rather than cranking back like that, because I have a kind of wounded neck, I'm just trying to elongate the front of the neck and lift the chin. Sometimes I'll do this with some support back here and massage so that I can just encourage the relaxation of the neck muscles is my point, or my intention there, and stretch along the front here. Again, it helps for me to add a little massage, a gentle just reminder and smoothing with the hand for the body to relax. Let go of tension there. Shake that off a little bit more. Let's go to the left side, taking my left ear toward my left shoulder. And that's giving me a nice stretch along the opposite side. I'm going to do some alternating from chin to ear to the shoulder, trying to remember to relax both of those shoulders. Remembering to breathe and smile. Trying to encourage that to relax there. Give that a little bit of a rub. Come back up to center. Shake all that off a little bit. I'm going to go the other side. Right ear to right shoulder. Just again, relaxing that opposite side, dropping both shoulders, and then alternating a little bit, chin to shoulder and ear to shoulder. I'm just kind of working around, playing around in that, seeing how that feels, encouraging relaxation, giving some of those knots a little squeeze if it feels good. And coming back up to center, shake all that about. Shake out the hands. Give a nice couple, let's give some big circles. Just stretch that out a little more. Thanks for joining me for a nice quick little tune-up. I like to remember to keep them short and sweet. There's nothing wrong with doing a longer session as well, but I think It's good to remember that it doesn't have to take a long time to check in with ourselves, recalibrate, realign, tune ourselves, let go of some stress so that we're going through our days and nights with more coherence, more joy, more capability. So, yeah, give yourself 2 minutes or 10. I think this has been 10. And I thank you for joining me. Thank you for being you. Make sure and check out the description if you're interested in connecting with me or supporting me. And I thank you if you do. Do hit that like button as well if you would. And subscribe if you want to see more from me. And thanks for letting me be me. Stay free. Ciao for now.